Can humor save your life? It saved mine, literally. I was scared, I was alone, I had no friends, we couldn't have friends over. Mother was a drunk. When the sun went down, the belt came out. My siblings and I didn't always know what we had done to make Mother mad this time. I was full of fear and rage, and I was only 15. I just was done. I was done. Done being scared. Done being blamed. Done living in a home where I didn't feel safe. I was downstairs in the teenage bedroom that I had to earn my place to get there, and I finally had it, and it was dark. Dark paneled walls, and it smelled musty, and I loved it. I was sitting on the blue plaid bedspread, painkillers in my left hand, glass of water in my right. I'm going to take these, fall asleep, float away, and be done. But then I heard laughter and applause coming from the living room. I could make out the light. Yeah, the TV was on, and was that the Tarzan yell? Oh my gosh. The Carol Burnett show was on. Well, we didn't have DVR or VHS for that matter. You either went to see the show you loved or you missed out. In that moment, I was brave enough to choose comedy. Yeah, I went toward the sound of laughter and the glow of the television. Oh, spoiler alert, I didn't kill myself that night. We learned early on that if Mother was laughing, she wasn't hitting us. And after one of those really rough nights, my siblings and I would try and cheer each other up. You know, we would tell jokes, do some pranks, or do impressions of our parents' friend, like the guy we called Swearing Daryl. I chose humor as my escape. I still do. When I was about 33 and I had 2 toddler boys, I was in a really dark place, and it was so dark, in fact, I had reached out to a family member to share. I'm not doing so good. And then a friend called me, and she told me all about this comedy troupe she was in. And then she dared me to try out for it. What, a dare? A yeah? I did. I auditioned. I got in. And for the next 2 decades, humor became my business. From sketch comedy to improvisation to speaking events and pranks. So many pranks. What if you played with telemarketers when they call you? Why not tape an empty soda cup on top of your vehicle just so that you can see strangers point at your car and yell, "Hey, you've got a cup up there." Try it. It's called affordable fun. Humor is a connector. It crosses age, language, and gender barriers. We don't have to know each other for all of us to be in the grocery store, standing, doing our own thing, and all of a sudden we see a parade of inflatable T-Rex costumes passing by, going over to produce. Oh, look, a sale on bananas. It's funny. We're going to laugh when we see that. And in that moment, we've shared joy. And for all of us, when we go out to our next interaction, we are also spreading humor and fun and lightheartedness. And I call that the ripple effect of joy. Laughter demands your full attention and focus. Humor is contagious, in the good way. Forbes calls it a game of endorphin dominoes. So I've been a performer for 20-some years now, and it's no secret that applause is my approval, laughter is my acceptance, and humor is really, really what I choose. So by accident, I started a project in bravery. I was walking around in a downtown area, a historic, beautiful area, and 2 teenagers came out of the ice cream store. And of course they're full of joy. One has a waffle cone of bright pink ice cream, and her friend had some white fudgy swirly yum. And they were going to take selfies by a brick wall. Life was good. We're young. We got ice cream. You know? I wanted in on that fun. And so I dared myself. Self, I said. Yes, I answered. I think I'll go get into a picture with them. That'd be silly, wouldn't it? At that point, I stopped talking to myself, and I started going over there. And because I dared myself, I started to sweat. You know, in the weird places. And that's okay. That means you're doing something kind of exciting. So I approach and I said, hey, can we get a selfie together? And Cotton Candy Girl says, like, are you an influencer? And I said, oh, I'll have to look that up. I don't know. I'll get back to you. And then right as we're about to take the selfie, I had this other thought. Let's not smile. And so I said that, hey, let's not smile for this photo. And Rocky Road said, you mean like be serious? Exactly that. So we did, and the more we tried to not smile and not laugh, the more we burst out laughing. I'm sure you've had that happen. But I also want to dare you all to try this later. Take a selfie with somebody, and then all of a sudden, right before you take it, don't smile. And it's ridiculous. And if you do, I want you to share it with me. I have had about, 200 or more of these pictures. And the first one that went into my book, these are the girls I was telling you about. And one of their mothers happened to see this picture in my book, reached out to me because she recognized me from doing performing. And she said, we should get together for coffee. Let's get all the girls together. It ended up to be about 12 of us, taking over the coffee house for about 2 hours. All because I dared myself. I reconnected with people that I didn't know were still connected to, and I made new friends. Then there was the man that was about to go fishing, and when I saw his hot dog shirt, I needed me a serious selfie with this guy. And then I was taking photos of my son, and I think it was for his birthday, and there was a gentleman trying to stay out of the way, and instead I flagged him over. I said, get in here, let's get a picture together. Okay. It was really fun. We really laughed. This picture you can't tell, but it was a really good time. And then at one of my favorite restaurants, the table next to me was all in for it. This picture makes me laugh every time because, yeah, being serious is silly, so try it. I'm still friends with, I didn't know them then, but I am friends with Chris in the white t-shirt, and we still get together, we still go to that restaurant. We've connected as friends from this picture, from choosing to connect with a stranger, from taking my face out of my hand computer. I made friendships, lasting relationships, and silly moments, and spread joy. Humor heals. It raises your endorphins, it lowers your blood pressure, and it releases nature's antidepressant, serotonin. So if I prank you, and I will, you can thank me for that beautiful release of adrenaline. You're welcome. It's affordable health care. Take chances. One small step could lead to something great. Seek humor. Be bold. Be brave. By choosing to be silly with strangers, I connected with people, and we created this ripple effect of joy. It was not just for myself, it was for anyone around. Choose to venture outside of your comfort zone. Reach out to an old friend. Have that difficult conversation with your partner or your boss. Dare yourself daily. What if? Why not? And go find the fun. Reach out to an old friend and send a silly greeting card, or read a joke in the morning, or send your friend flowers and a balloon that says happy birthday that's 6 months early. How about drink coffee in the shower? You don't need my permission, but I'll give it to you anyway. Thank you.